Hello class, this time we're doing a video on triangle classification. So you should have a graphic organizer like this. We're going to break down the triangles into two different types of classification, by sides and by angles. So first of all, there are three ways you can classify triangles: by sides, and it all depends on the number of sides that are congruent. So if you have 0 sides congruent, or if you have, obviously you can't have one side congruent, what would it be congruent to? So 2 sides congruent, or all 3 sides congruent. That's how we're going to classify. 0 sides is called scalene. 2 sides congruent is called isosceles. Check the spelling there. isosceles. And 3 sides congruent is called equilateral. Okay, equilateral. Lateral means side in Latin, so equal sides. And then we could also classify it by angle. So this has to do with the size of the angle. So if you had all 3 sides, or I'm sorry, if you have one side that's greater than, here's a greater than symbol, greater than 90 degrees. Or if you had one side, I'm sorry, I said one side, one angle greater than 90 degrees, you have one angle that equals 90 degrees. Or if you have, you can't just have one that's acute, because the other ones have one that's acute, but if you have 3 that are acute or less than 90 degrees. Okay, so if you have one that's greater than 90 degrees, this is called an obtuse triangle. If you have at least one, or you can only have one, I guess. If you have one angle that equals 90 degrees, it's called a right triangle. And if you have 3 angles that are less than 90 degrees, it's called acute triangle. So, and these other ones, by the way, it might be worth mentioning that you'll have one that's greater than 90, but the other 2 would be acute. So in a triangle like this, for example, if this is obtuse, the other 2 are going to be acute. If this is right, the other 2 are still going to be acute. But in acute, all 3 of them are acute. This one, and this one. Okay, and I should probably be wise to draw a picture too of the other one. Scalene is when none of them are equal, so it could be something like this. Isosceles is when 2 sides are equal. Okay, remember we mark sides equal with little tick marks, and equilateral is when all 3 sides are equal. Okay, it looks something like that. Also worth mentioning is that there is a third type of classification for angles. It's a subset or a type of acute triangle. So if you were to add on to this, this is when all 3 angles are equal to each other. So 3 congruent angles are equal. Or I guess congruent is equal, sorry. The 3 congruent angles. And that is called equiangular. Equiangular. Okay, and if you think about it long enough, you might know that all the angles in a triangle are 180 degrees. So if we split them up so they're even, or all have the same amount, this is when all the angles are going to be 60 degrees. Okay, so equiangular is when all the angles are the same. And if they're all the same, they have to be 60 degrees. All right, now you get enough information so you can do your assignment. You classify by angles and side. The order doesn't matter, so you can do angles first or sides first. It really doesn't matter. So take a look at this picture. These 2 sides are the same. You get 2 sides are the same. That's called isosceles. Sorry. Isosceles. And then looking at the angles, you got 2 angles that are the same. I guess that's not enough to make it equiangular. So you just got to look at the size of them. You get all 3 of them that are acute. So this is isosceles and acute. Okay, same idea here. You got one angle that's obtuse. This is going to be obtuse. You're looking at all the sides. They are all different. So this is called scalene obtuse, or obtuse scalene. All right, you can figure out the rest of this. It's a pretty quick assignment. Just compare with your neighbors. We'll go over it later. All right. Good luck.